Okay, here we are with the Mazda BT-50 build, and it's progressing on really well. You might remember last time we had a look at the Safari Snorkel, we had a look at the Bullbar, and we also had a look at the spotlights fitted to the car. Well, we've done quite a bit of work on the BT-50 since then, and the boys have progressed on really well. So let's have a look at some of the stuff that we've been doing to the ultimate BT-50 build-up. You might be able to see here in the wheel arch, we fitted the Icon suspension system. So this makes a profound difference. We've also upgraded the leaf spring. So in here is the actual leaf spring of the vehicle, and you might see right down in the bowels there in the back end, we've actually put new shackles, and these shackles are greasable, and you might see the grease nipples on the end. What you can do is pump grease into that, and it keeps the bushes lubricated. Now that's super important because the way the car actually flexes up makes it nice and smooth. So we want to make sure we've got grease into the actual fixed pins and the actual shackles as well. Not to mention heavy duty springs and putting the Icon shock absorbers on. So that's the Icon setup in the rear. Now you might have noticed we were fitting the Bullbar last time. We've finished that off and we've got the winch all fitted in there. We've mounted up the Oricom Town and Country aerial. Now that's actually got a longer piece that'll go on for country, and around town we've got the nice short section so it looks the part. And have a look at this unique design here with a number plate flip up. Here's the winch mounted in behind, so we've got the fair lead and the hook that we can simply pull out. We're not using it, we flip the lid down and it looks pretty cool when it's out of the way. So fog lights fitted onto the bar, everything's coming together really well. And you can see here on the front end something a little bit more complex. This is the Icon Stage 4 front end. Now this is the remote canister. The reason why we fit the remote canister is it allows for more oil and gas. And what does that mean? It means we can actually work the shock for longer and harder, and it's going to last a lot longer, especially on corrugation work and all the heavy duty stuff that we do. Now it's got a full 2.5 inch bore size on these shocks, flutter stacks on board, and these have a 10-stage adjustment, so you're going to be able to dial it in and suit whatever conditions you're doing. Now these make a massive difference to this type of vehicle, and it's something the owner's going to really love, especially when he's travelling on the roughest of roads. You might notice we've fitted the flares, so they're going on there, and that's a nice addition. That allows us to fit the wider wheel pack without the wheels actually sticking out the guard. And I'm sure a lot of you know out there already, once the wheel sticks outside the guard, technically it's illegal and they can actually put a yellow sticker on the car. So we want to make sure that the wheel sits inside the wheel arch. Not only that, it stops all the rocks and dirt and mud sticking up the side. So as mentioned before, we fitted the Safari Snorkel. And one of the other unique things, if you want to have a look underneath the vehicle, is we fitted the underbody protection. And you can see underneath here, it's very comprehensive, all the way from right up here at the front. And it's sporting a recovery point. You can see the red point right here on the film. Now that's a real heavy duty, and that's been taken off the chassis member at the front there to give maximum strength. And not only that, it runs all the way down underneath the vehicle. So if you happen to bottom out on anything, or you've actually hit rocks or whatever, it's going to protect all the vital important stuff under the car, because underneath here there's hoses and there's lines and there's brake lines and fuel lines. Freaky things can happen when you're off-road, and you can damage that. A stick could flick up or a rock could get up and flick up and hit it, and it can put you out of action very quickly. So having the right underbody protection and a recovery point to pull yourself out of trouble is awesome. Now this is another thing that we've done here, and you might notice this disc here kind of resembles like something you'd see a little bit like on a race car. You've got this cross hatch pattern on the actual disc itself. Well, that's designed to dissipate the heat out. Now these T2 rotors from DBA are really high quality, and they're designed for maximum stopping. What a lot of people don't realise is when we fit all these bigger tyres and bull bars and winches and roof racks and all this stuff to the four-wheel drive, it changes the way the car stops. And then we'll go and tow a boat or a caravan or a camper. That has a dramatic effect. By upgrading the brakes, and not only the disc, but we actually upgrade the pads, which has a particular heavy-duty compound that's going to work extremely well. So this car's got some serious stopping power, and it'll make a massive difference. So what else are we doing to the car? Well, it's had the rims and tyres fitted on, and it's got the CSA LE wheels, and this has got a set of the Baja STZ tyres from Mickey Thompson, and that's going to work really well with what this client's tending to do. We've got the IRB Ascent Canopy, and that's sitting on there really well, coming up absolutely trumps. They always look the part, lots of handy features. We've got the IRB Rear step tow bar, and you can see here this is a heavy duty setup, all integrated into the chassis here. It's got recovery points on the back, and you're going to be able to tow the largest of caravans and everything with a lot of ease. So this is a really strong setup, good protection on the side there, so if you happen to bottom out at the back, it's not going to be a problem. So the BT-50 build's going really well. We've got Glenn here fitting these cool little QV lights, and you can see here these are getting mounted under the roof rack. Now they're a steel heavy-duty alley light, and that's going to provide a lot of lighting power, especially when they're camping or they might be reversing or whatever they may be doing. These people are going to be able to see a whole lot. So the BT-50 build's going excellent. We're not long now till we're going to put it down on the ground, and we're going to be able to show you all the things that have been done, because there's some cool things under the bonnet, some stuff in the back of the car, and we're going to finish it off shortly, and you're going to be able to see all the great things that you can do to your cab chassis vehicle.